Here we have cosecant squared theta plus secant squared theta is equal to what? Well, first notice that we are using theta in this equation, so be sure you use theta all the way, all right? And also, of course, let's write everything in terms of sine or cosine. For the first one, cosecant, we know that's equal to 1 over sine. But this is cosecant squared theta, which it will be the same as 1 over sine squared theta, okay? And then we will add this with secant squared theta. And for secant squared theta, this is the same as 1 over cosine squared theta, all right? And now as we can see, we're trying to add two fractions. They don't have the same denominators yet. We have to make it happen first, right? This is sine squared theta, this is cosine squared theta. Let me just go ahead and multiply the first fraction, the bottom here, by cosine squared theta, and also do the same on the top. And let me come to a second fraction, and I will multiply this by sine squared theta on the bottom, and also do it on the top. Notice that the denominators now are the same, right? And of course, the order of multiplication doesn't matter. And when we're adding fractions, once the denominators are the same, it will stay the same. And let me just put it down as a big fraction. And we'll write this down as sine squared theta times cosine squared theta for the denominator. On the top, we have 1 times this, which is just going to be cosine squared theta. And then we are adding with 1 times that, which is just that. So it plus sine squared theta, okay? And now, do we recognize the top? This is cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. In another word, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta. In another word, this is just equal to 1, right? This is the Pythagorean identity. And that's pretty much all we have on the top. And of course, the order of addition doesn't matter. So altogether, you add this and that is 1. So we have a 1 on the top over that denominator, sine squared theta times cosine squared theta, all right? And now, this is unfortunately not the same as one of these yet, right? We have to make it happen. So notice that on the bottom, we have sine squared theta times cosine squared theta. I can also split the fraction because this is multiplication. I can do it this way for you guys. This is the same as saying 1 is still 1 on the top over sine squared theta. And we multiply by the second one, which is, I can also write down 1 for you guys, over this, which is cosine squared theta, right? And the reason I can do that is because, remember, when you multiply fractions, you can just do top times top. 1 times 1 will give you this 1. And then you put on over bottom times bottom. Sine squared theta times cosine squared theta is this one. So you can still kind of separate the fraction like this, all right? All right, the point for me to do that is because now we will see 1 over sine squared theta. This is just cosecant squared theta, isn't it? And we are multiplying, right? The middle is just a multiplication. Here we have 1 over cosine squared theta, which is the same as secant squared theta. So if you notice, this is the tricky part, or maybe the fun part. Originally, this was addition, but in fact, it's the same as a multiplication. Cosecant squared theta plus secant squared theta, it's the same as cosecant squared theta times secant squared theta. All right? So indeed, they are equal, and this is choice A right here. That's it.